Howdy everybody. Today we are at work. And we're at the hotel. And we are in the restroom. I am in the shower. No, I'm not taking a shower. Man, there's something wrong with the ceiling. I hope not. There's a stain. So, it only means one thing. That means that the upstairs shower has got the problem. There's not a shower. There's not a problem with the downstairs one, but there is with the upstairs one. So we gotta switch the drains out, put a new one in. That's because the old one's just wore out. Fiberglass tub. Tub's got a lot of play in it. You know, man, the more people get in there and walk around on it, it goes up and down, and the seal from the drain finally gets wore out. And it finally starts leaking. So, I already got my hole cut. There's our drain right there. Now you can see better. Look how green that is. It's a brass fitting. And it just turned green because it has stayed wet for way too long. So, this board right here is going to have to come out. That is not structural. That is to hold the drain up. See, this elbow comes down and sits on that board, which I think is a bad idea. And so anyways, we got to go upstairs. And after we get upstairs, I'm going to explain to you why we got to go upstairs first. At least I think we do. Anyways, go upstairs. Alright, made it upstairs. Now let's take a look at the shower. Look how much different the upstairs bathroom is. These have not been remodeled yet. So, we still have the fiberglass showers up here. We need to get this little drain screen off. Let's get a flathead screwdriver right in there where it looks like it's supposed to. These just pop right off. They got these little clips on in there that just kind of snap into the threads. There's threads right in here. Maybe I can help y'all see this. Well, there are some notches down in here. See if you can see that. That's the weirdest thing that's ever happened with my phone before. So you can see right there's a little notch. Right there's a little notch. And just go all the way around. And that's help holding that ugly ass drain in there. So now what you do is you find one of those notches with your punch. Or, man, don't use your screwdriver to do that. There's a couple other things that you could use, but this is what I'm going to try right now. You know that this has got to spin lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. So you have to spin that way out. So we'll just put this punch in here until we find one of them grooves. Feels like it's right about there somewhere. Right there's a good one. And I can't do this with y'all. I need two hands and I don't have a tripod. Now you take your trusty whacking mallet and you just start beating on this thing until it starts to spin off. And once you do that, then you can go downstairs, finish the job. So, we'll see you all in a little bit. Alright. Well, after a couple convincing blows, we've got this all nice and loosened up now. You can see that starting to spin right out of there. So, yay, success with that. That wasn't so bad. Now let's go back downstairs. Alright. I had to wait a while on this little project. Oh boy. Let's see if we can take a look up in here. Let's see. Well, this is what we had to get off from up there. We can get that drain off of that pipe and put a new one on. And you see that it's all green. Well, you see that those threads are green. Man, that was corroded on there. And I beat on it and beat on it, and the whole drain just kept spinning around. So I doused it with a bunch of WD-40 and continued to beat on it this morning, or I let it sit overnight, and continued to beat on it this morning, and it came loose. So yay. Let's go upstairs so we can get this thing off of here. Well, we made it upstairs. Let's take a look at what we got. Let's take a look at how we're going to get it out. So, here's our drain. We've already got our crush washer running out. What it does, you tighten it up and there's a rubber gasket down in there. And it helps force it against that pipe. So I couldn't get my little claws underneath here. And so what I did is I just pushed down on this pipe. And it went down far enough and it pushed this ring up. So we got a little bit of clearance in there. Let's see if we can get this off by hand. It's still pretty tight on there. There it goes. Alright. So, this is what I was kind of figuring from the beginning. Because that is so corroded. It's been doing it since day one. And there is no putty in here. There's supposed to be putty, and I'll show you all that in just a second. Because this is brass. And brass is not just going to make a seal. It's a fiberglass. And you don't have to put silicone in there. And it's not even, don't put silicone in there. It would be very hard to take it apart if you ever had to. See, look at the green on there. All it did was just corrode right to the So we'll get that cleaned up about as good as we can. And we will put this stuff on there before we put while we're putting our drain on. And it says plumber's putty on there, and that's exactly what it is. Let's try to get this caulk stuck to the top. And it's just putty, man. You get it in your hands, you start warming it up, and it starts getting really soft. The more heat you put on it, the more softer it'll get. You can roll it just by hand. into a nice little bead like that. And then you just make it long enough to go make the circle on that drain. And then you can set your drain down on top of that, smashes it in. And it'll all be better after that. That makes a watertight seal. So, anyways, we'll get this stuff all cleaned up and we'll get finished up on installing this drain. Here's our little bead of putty, about a 1/4 inch in diameter. I've already put it down. I've tried smashing it out a little bit so it'll get up there to the center in an even fashion. I did wet the inside of this rubber ring. I sprayed some Windex on there just to give it a little lubricity. I'm gonna stick it right over that pipe there. And see if we can get this down on there. That's gonna be a no. I haven't started smashing this ring down. Try not to. I'm gonna get this rubber down there as far as we can first. There we go. There we go. And now we can kind of push down on this. You can see the putty coming out from around the edges. And that's a good thing. Means we're getting a nice tight little seal around here. Later on, after that, you just give that a little while. It don't matter right now. You can just come and scrape that right back off with your fingers. Or whatever. You can use some kind of high quality tool to do that if you need. But really, it'll just wipe right off with your fingers. And we're going to try and get it down the best we can first. I think that's just about pretty good. Oh. And we can put this ring on. That's going to help force down on that rubber piece. And it'll force that rubber to start expanding around the pipe. Which gives it its seal. I'm not going to do it too tight yet. Because we still have to go downstairs and make sure that I can pull this as far down as we can. And that'll be with that bottom washer and nut and seal deal. So for right now, we're done. We gotta go back downstairs now. And this is why you kind of want two dudes, man. So one guy can be up here doing this thing, and then you can go, okay, man, I'm ready. And the next dude downstairs, he starts doing his job. And it gets done faster, and you don't have to do so much working. I love my job. Be right back. Alright, back downstairs. So, let's take a look. What we got going on now? There is our nut. A little sliding washer. Our rubber seal. Do not take this off and throw it in the garbage. It ain't supposed to be in the garbage. It's actually supposed to be here. Because when you stick this up there, and you go to trying to tighten it, that paper washer is going to allow you to spin your nut without that rubber washer trying to spin all over the place. Rubber washer has to go on top. Because, okay, on top of down here, that's the first thing, because you want it against your fiberglass tub on the bottom, so this thing doesn't leak. So, see how far we can get this by hand. we can do. I am dying from ugh. My hands are killing me. I have really bad, whatchamacallit, carpal tunnel. And, so doing hand stuff is getting harder every day. So I got it most of the way. I'm gonna have to put the phone down and finish it off. Oh, y'all can see, man, we got it on there. Ain't even hardly moving anymore. Hopefully I've got a pair of pliers big enough to get around and up in there. So I can just give it that extra snug up. But anyways, man, we're almost done with this. So yay to that, because it's almost lunchtime by now. It's a lot harder doing this by yourself. Alright guys, we'll be back in just a second. Alright, we're back. We're upstairs. We got all of our work tightened up downstairs underneath. And now the final touches on the drain for the upstairs shower. Let's see where we're at. There we go. This is that's that. This is a key. See those little slots in there? There's 4. That means you got 2 chances. You can ruin one and go to the other side. And the key really just fits down in there like so. If you had a big old flathead screwdriver, you could stick it down in that slot and start spinning it. But what I'm gonna try and do it with those. These. So I'm just gonna try and grab them at the very end of the pliers, and we'll push down. And I gotta turn it a little bit. I've already cranked on it a little bit. I just wanted to let everybody see me fight it. Because you gotta know there's gonna be a little fight when you start doing this stuff. Yeah, I probably wouldn't fight it as bad if I just put the phone down. Alright, we're back downstairs. I got water running above us. Let's see if we can see anything. Let's hope we don't see anything. There we go, there's our new drain. That's it, it's been running. I don't see any leaks. I think we are successful. Would mainly be leaking from here if it's going to leak from anywhere. There ain't nothing happening. Staying dry. As it is supposed to. So, yay, success. That part's done. Now we get to do the next part. And, well, we have a hole in our sheetrock. And, well, that needs fixed right now too, don't it? So, what we'll do is I'll put a little board up against here. And we'll get that sheetrock sucked up. See, I don't know what's going on here, but a few more screws, everything will be fine. I'll put a board here, so we got something to nail to, and then one over here, so we got something to nail to with our new piece. And well, that's that, man. And we can start taping floating. Alright, we got the leak fixed. Now let's do some sheetrock. Yay! Y'all have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.